Hello everyone, it's the 18th of November 2017 and I'm going to make this a really lazy video because I don't really have time to edit and I have a lot of stuff to do and it's very important. So the first thing you should know is I got some awesome news, and that is the fact that now my car, I am in a company working. So now, Australian Progress Couriers and Taxi Trucks. So that's pretty cool. I'm doing a bad job already at this video. Not exactly what I intended it to. But anyway, now I'm working for a company. I've got a job now. I don't get paid until the first week of December, which is cool. Okay, I'm happy with that. I've got my car full of stuff that they gave me, and I have to pay for it over time. So they're not gonna basically be like, this is for free. They're going to be like, yeah, you have to pay for this stuff and then you get to keep it once you've paid for it, basically. Okay, so first 2 days of my work when I did start, and I've been doing it Mondays and Tuesdays, and I only started this week. First day, you know, I got some bad directions to where to go, where I'm meant to be. That was horrible. I wanted to be there within the time frame they gave me, and my GPS told me it's down this end. No, it's down the other end, and I got given the wrong addresses because the GPS was done, and it let me down too many times. I hated it. The second day, it was jokes all about sack trucks, and I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So the first joke of the day about sack trucks is they put a pallet of goods on top of the sack truck, which could have damaged the goods if they'd bounced around a little bit, and so I told them to move it. Second joke of the jokes about sack trucks was the fact that mine was involved in another joke, and you can probably see the damage here, where all the paint's peeling off, and that's my fault. Yes, that is absolutely my fault. That hit and it got bent like a banana. I'm glad it was a cheapy sack truck, a little bit rusty underneath. Who cares? It's a piece of junk. You can see it's kinked. So the joke about this was the fact that my sack truck was actually standing up, and my car only just clears their thing, and was like, this is how high their door was. So my car only just clears their roller door, and I went backwards, and then I went bang, and then I managed to stop the car before I hit the actual roller door. I just hit the frame and done damage to flashing, but the structure it looked perfect from what I saw, so it was a really strong structure. Wow. And that was horrible. I wish that never happened. And it's not really expensive to fix, but it can be fixed. What else can we talk about with the sack truck? Oh yes, the second thing. A guy, after I done this, he came by, who was also doing the same run as I was, which was a ton of concrete, and he basically said, you're going to learn this stuff in your first few days, mate, and you're going to learn the hard way. And then, at the end of it all, once he was done, I was done, and I reported the incident to management. He basically is like, right, I'm off, see you later. 5 minutes later, he comes back and he's like, oi, where's my sack truck? Jokes all about sack trucks. So, yeah. Well, Tuesday, I also ended up using that blanket there. And the reason I used that blanket is because I had some delicates on the back, and I didn't want to scratch them up because I understand materials and stuff a little bit as well. And I do worry that I'm eventually going to break some sort of package on the back, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to try and do my best to be gentle, at the same time be structurally sound with how I'm holding things down. So that's the goal. Now, I'm not going to earn anything in a hurry, and I won't be able to replace these rims in a hurry, so they're just going to have to be the way they are. They also like clean, nice and tidy vehicles, which is going to be a pain since I drive through the mud all the time. But I'll try my best to keep my car clean. This one looks like it's leaking some oil or something, because there shouldn't be black stripes coming in there. And you can sort of see a bit of grease there, which shouldn't be there. Meaning that the gasket's let go again, which is horrible. Meaning there's probably too much pressure in there, maybe? I know I've been hearing weird noises, but I haven't been able to determine if it was my car or Mum's car. Other than that, the wheels are in good shape. It's been easy enough to control. I'm happy with it. So, extra news on top of that about cars. Mine is technically the only reliable one here, but it's also the one that's likely to get knocked off the road first out of all the vehicles, just because of, well, one, I made it more bad on the road because of the rims. They'd pick on that, but I need to get I'm getting new rims when I can afford it. So these rims here, the 16s, are going to be going again and be replaced with another set of rims. I don't know what I'm going to put on yet. All I know is I have to put the tyres onto a set of rims just like that come out this way. They're apparently 16 R16 by 6 rims, I got told. I'm looking for the inches thingy, but it doesn't seem like it's on there, or maybe it is and I'm just blind. I don't see 16 on this edge of this rim or anything. So if I look at this, I cannot see. Yeah, I don't see what they were talking about. But I went to look at some rims and they were 7 16s. 16-inch radials with a 7-inch width for the tyres to go on. They were trying to be like helpful and stuff and telling me what to get. They said I can't use these sunnies because these sunnies, even if I got the same ones, the width is 7, not 6, and well, these are right for this rim and tyre and stuff. Anyway, I'll leave it at that with the cars and the tyres and things. I might end up getting tyres for those 15s. They're expensive, but well, at least I'll have a spare set of tyres. It's just I want to keep those ones for now and use them as soon as I can get the rims right. Those tyres. But I can't put those tyres back on because either way they're not right. Okay, so moving on to the next vehicle. I'll call it my mum's vehicle. And this is a lazy video, like I said. I'm not going to edit this, I'm just going to upload it after checking that there's nothing that shouldn't be there. And then if there is something, I'll just record down times, go and edit it out a little bit and do stuff. Yes, I've had a haircut because I have a good friend now who I'm trying to be nice to and be impressive in some weird way, but I'm also trying to help them because they're awesome. Anyway, my mum's car. I like it to some extent, but I hate it to another. This thing is about 40 litres, $40 for 200 kilometres. What? $40 for 200 kilometres? Yes! That is correct, you heard me correct. And it runs as expensive as this thing does from factory specs. 28 litres in the tank, 38 something dollars for fuel, and this is what you get, a Toyota Altis 2007. The problem with this is it needs $3,000 spent on it, one for service, 800 for service, 800 for a water pump, and 1600 for a shocker for this corner here. Whoever knew? I don't feel no shocker at all, but then again that's just probably stiff. Oh yeah, look at that, this side's soft and this side's rock hard, and this is the side that they said you need a shocker for. Oh, actually no, it still wobbles, so it's fine. Next up we have the Father-mobile, and I call it the Father-mobile because it's Dad's car, and it's got all dings and dents in it. Look at all these caps, all that crap all over his car. So, the problem with this car now, the major problem with it, the charging system doesn't want to work properly anymore. So every now and then on the road, this car is not charging and the voltage is going down. He's driven on 9 volts home. So yeah, he replaced the alternator. I said it's not the alternator. His wiring in this thing is stuffed. That's the problem with this car. It's 30 years old. What do you expect? It's a bomb. It is a piece of junk. It needs a new wiring loom. Oh, shall I mention how shitty the wiring loom is? Is a one-piece wiring loom, not a multiple, like 5-piece or something wiring loom. Like, I'd expect one wiring loom in the cab, one for the front, one for the engine maybe, and one for the rear on its own. Not this one-piece crap. And it will be just like mine. Mine would be one piece as well because they're all about the same age and era. So I should mention this car here, which is one that needs to be built, we still can't put it together for a bit because we have things we still have left to do to it. And it's my fault that it can't go on the road because I have the fuel pump for this and we need a particular fuel pump in which Dad can't afford. So I'm going to be probably ending up buying a new one for my piece of crap. And I call it my piece of crap because it's got problems with it. Then he can have his fuel pump back. Then we can assemble it, or he wants to paint it again. And, you know, I told him after what he did, you know, you friggin' pounded the hood, you're an asshole. And he did, he pounded the hood like an ass. Like there's a dent right there from him just going bang, bang with his fists. One night, just because his charging system was broken, he wanted me to replace the alternator. I replaced the alternator for him, even though I felt like, you know, hurting him back the way he was hurting me, because I don't like people damaging cars like that, especially one that I put a lot of time and effort into and still can't finish. Especially for him. It's his car, yes, I don't care. But I do care because he's damaging stuff and then I have to fix it. And I don't get paid for it either. I just have to fix it. Because he wants it like that. Oh, you're going to fix the dent because I put it in there and I want my car this way and not that way. So yeah. Headaches, headaches, headaches. Another thing on top of that, I'm looking into doing a business diploma next year, which is a GDML program. And if you're a person who'd be interested in helping to build a business and be a part of a business or something, let me know. I'll talk to you via email sometime. But first of all, comment section, then we'll talk on the YouTube chat. You can tell me a little bit about yourself and your skill sets within game development, so programming, art and design. And if you're interested, well, we got a Discord channel. I suppose actually that would probably be the best way to start. We'll go from there, Discord, talk a little bit on Discord, and then you can send me like a bit of an idea of what your work's like and what you've done. Then I'll get an idea of where you stand as a part of the team. Because we are looking, because as it looks like I'm going to be in some ways, well actually no, I'm not going to be creative director for this project we're going to be working on, I don't think, because I don't have the artistic mindset to make things happen, but I do have the design to try and make things work. I feel like being one designer with my skills, I feel like I like a little bit, but other than that, we're definitely looking for programmers. We have plenty of artists right now, and I'm the only designer, and I'm also the programmer at this point in time, even though I'm a crappy one. Actually, no, we have two designers, so... two designers with the same sort of level of programming skill. So yeah, I'm talking about stuff that's not related to automotive now, but it's still a possibility. If you have friends who would be interested in that, I mean, it's a good opportunity to potentially start up a business and be part of a business, part of something that might become successful. I say might because unless we all collaborate and look at the market and do that research right together, then we're not going to know where we're going to take our products or stuff. We also have to be financially wise. It doesn't mean straight away we'll be earning like lots and lots of dough, even if we do succeed in the first year, because if we don't succeed in the first year, we could try in the second year. And if we can't succeed throughout the following years after that, if we can succeed in the first place, then we're not going to be able to keep sustaining our company. So the idea is, let's find a sustainable business plan, let's make this work, and let's try to be successful. That's the idea. So right now I've got to finish this video up, I've got to go inside, I've got to work on my regulator game which I was working on a long time ago, but now I've got to restart on it, and I'm going to try and get it done as soon as I can, fix it up, maybe learn to do some art stuff even though I'm not good at art. Let's see, I've got a bunch of reprogramming to do to make it work. I've got a lot of complicated stuff I've got to make work. Yeah, my videos are just too long, and I was aiming for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes with my original idea. Jeez, it just turns into a nightmare when you want to talk about other stuff. It's not necessarily important stuff I'm talking about, so if you really don't want to listen to me mumbo jumbo about games and the idea and the work I've got to do, then feel free to cut out and knock off now. It's probably going to go for another 2 minutes. Okay, so my rambling's for another 2 minutes. Okay, with the game stuff, I'm going to work on the regulator, reprogram the 3D piping system. Somehow I'm going to try and make it a bit more efficient programming wise. Somehow I'm going to get my alert system working, or I might just ignore it altogether. I might try to minimize the scale of the maps, and I might actually avoid trying to make it real-time strategy-ish for a basic play sort of thing of the game, so that it can be like sort of released but not fully released. I mean, an unpolished vertical slice of whatever I could develop, because it's just something that I need to put out there and basically like, here's a taste test of what I've got to offer so far, and I'm still working on. Other than that, I got the Cataclysma game, which is next week is the last week, and we're done with that. And trust me, it's not that great, but I would be interested in after school potentially doing some more work on it to fix it up and get to a state in which I'm happy with it, because I'm not happy with it at all. And there's a lot of things I would have done differently, but I didn't have control over those things that I would have done differently, so I didn't have a choice, and so that's not my fault. I was basing this off of experience, what I wanted to do with that game, but unfortunately I couldn't use my experience to alter how we were going to plan out the project. That was awful. But, you know, the person who was in charge, he was good. He was, I think to myself that I think he would have been better than me anyway, but that's fine. Next year I'm going to have to take on that responsibility, I reckon. Maybe. I have to wait and see if I get into this course. There's no guarantees on that. All I know is, yeah, I got stressed out for a while, then I met someone, and then I changed a lot, and I felt way better. It doesn't matter what anyone looks at me and thinks now, because no one else matters but one person. But I'm going to try and impress everyone and make everyone happy as I can, but I'm not very good at doing that, so practice is going to make perfect learning experiences. And also we're probably at 17 minutes, just about, and I wasn't even looking. It's 30 seconds till then, okay. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions about vehicles or whatever's wrong and how to solve things or something, just feel free to hit me up. I will try to research into things and learn what I can and understand why things break the way they do. Dad's wiring loom is only broken because it's old, and wires always tend to flex and bend and then they crack, and then you have to snip a large part of it out just to be safe and put a new piece in. Normally you'd snip where it doesn't get so much movement, and that way you can make sure you use the wiring limits. There's a good section of the wiring loom instead of the bad section. Avoid things going wrong. So pretty much that's all I should do for this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and effort and energy spent watching this video. If this turns into something else, then maybe if I make some success, then I'll be able to take in the idea of project cars on top of my game studies and stuff, and do some stuff like that. Even maybe turning that stuff that we do in our videos into a game, that could be an idea. Take the project videos and then look at them and then use them and gamify the game, the videos we make. That would be really cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. I'm off to do some work on games, and I have my keys dangling here in my new pocket in my back pocket because I need to do stuff with that to identify time and do other things. I'm busy. See you later.